welcome back. This is John DeCocq with the Werewolf Borg. I'm here with my brother James.
Howdy ho.
We're going to do another playthrough of Marvel United. This time we're going to show the setup from the beginning. We didn't show that the last time. We just had the board ready to go. So first of all, we're going to randomize villains. We've taken Red Skull out of the rotation because we've already beaten him once. So we've got Taskmaster and Ultron as our choices. So James is going to randomize those out of sight under the table.
All right, pick a hand.
I will say right hand. So we are going to face
Ultron
this time. So Ultron, completely different from Red Skull. With 2 players, he has 4 health. With 3 players, he has 8. With 4 players, he has 11. So we need 4 health on him. His BAM, when it comes up in his deck, is add 3 thugs to his location and deal 1 damage to every hero there. On an overflow situation, you go ahead and add the token to the next location clockwise instead. So whereas the Red Skull, you just didn't add them. Instead, his fear went up. In this case, he's going to continue to fill locations. Now his villainous plot, when all locations are fully occupied by civilians or thugs, the heroes lose. So rather than the Skull, where he was trying to generate enough fear to win the game, Ultron is trying to get every location completely packed with people. Presumably, he can blow them up or whatever and defeat everybody instantly. So we've chosen new heroes this time. I've chosen to be Captain Marvel. There's her miniature, which I painted. And James is selected to be Ant-Man. There's
Pretty
Ant-Man
cool. Check out he's on a quarter.
Yeah,
Pretty neat.
He's posed on top of a quarter, which is kind of
cool.
cool. We're not sure what their decks are going to bring. We flipped through them a little bit, and what we noticed was where Captain Marvel actually has 7 different cards basically she can play. She's got wild cards. She's got a movement with a heroic action. She's got a couple of attacks there. She's got 3 photon blasts. And she's got a double wild. So she has 7 different cards effectively. Ant-Man has 11 different cards of his 12. He only repeats a single card, which is a double heroic action. So he's going to be real interesting in play because every single round is going to be different. Or compared to, let's say, Captain America or the Hulk, their decks were fairly straightforward, where we knew what we were getting into. I mean, Hulk was a lot of attack, Captain America was a lot of heroic action and helping his fellow teammates. We're going to see what these two bring when they try to synergize together. So we've randomized, shuffled up the 8 possible locations in the game. We're going to lay those out. So we're going to start here with Times Square. We have Avengers Tower, the SHIELD Helicarrier, New York Police Headquarters, SHIELD Headquarters, and Stark Labs. The others get set aside. So powers at the end, Times Square. At the end of turn, you may automatically rescue 1 civilian from this location. Avengers Tower, search your deck for 1 card and set it aside. Shuffle your deck, put it on top so you're guaranteed to get it next round. SHIELD Helicarrier, at the end of your turn, you may move to any other location. It's very nice.
Makes sense.
New York Police Headquarters, just like last time, you may discard 1 thug from any location. Now that's a discard, not defeat. They don't go to defeated, they just get tossed. SHIELD Headquarters, at the end of your turn,
You may discard 1 card from your hand from the bottom of your deck to remove 1 crisis token from anywhere.
now that's critical.
Critical.
When you're playing Taskmaster, particularly. But it's nice because you can clear him up from you. But Taskmaster has a thing where he generates crisis tokens. We'll get to him.
Stark Labs, end of turn, you may swap 1 card from your hand with 1 of your cards in the storyline. That's pretty good.
So that's very nice.
Pretty good.
All right, so we're going to shuffle up here. We need to get Ultron's threats out.
Okay, his first threat is going to be duplication. Add 1 thug in this location.
Now, that only triggers when he's standing there because, again, it has a target on it. Kind of hard to see.
Second one is duplication again.
All right, so duplication of duplication. Got it.
Duplicated the duplication. That one goes there.
All right.
Third one, Ultron Virus. Heroes starting their turn in this location must ignore 1 action symbol of their choice. So you get 1 less action symbol if you start there.
That's ugly.
That's pretty nasty. Once again, Ultron Virus again.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we get Ultron Cyclone. So add 1 thug to this location. Heroes in this location may prevent this effect if each of them takes 1 damage. And that's the last 2 that come out.
All right, so the 2 Ultron clones, they have 4 health apiece, so if you'd like to set those up. So one thing to notice here is instead of last time where Red Skull has 3 henchmen and then 3 of these types of cards, we've got 4 cards that need to be cleared with heroic actions, and only 2 henchmen to beat. That may be problematic because Captain Marvel doesn't have anywhere near as many heroic actions in her deck as Captain America had. So that may be problematic. All right, I apologize. I'm going to adjust the camera slightly so we can see all the locations a little bit better on the board as we play.
Leave us some space for our
cards here.
For our timeline.
Yep. Yeah, we got a really bad glare here.
Don't worry about that little guy.
All right, fair enough. All right, so let's shuffle up the Ultron deck. Ultron's kind of a crazy guy. He's in New York for the first time. He's going to go to Times Square to start off with.
He's looking for a good time. He's a sailor out on leave.
Exactly. So let's put Ultron in Times Square, which means we start in New York Police Headquarters. And let's go ahead and set up these locations. So Avengers Tower, 1 citizen. Shield, 1 and 2 thugs.
Stark Labs is 1 citizen and 2 thugs. Interesting that they put thugs in some of these locations, but my thought is they maybe have spies, right?
Police Headquarters, you got a couple civilians there.
I can't believe in Times Square it's 2 civilians and only 1 thug. I just can't believe that, but okay. Now you know you're in a fantasy.
I've been in New York. That is definitely not real.
So Shield Headquarters, you have one
of each.
1 civilian and 1 thug.
All right, and Ant-Man starts over on Police Headquarters with me, and we have to remember, because the Ultron virus, we have ignoring 1 action symbol of our choice in our first turn.
Threats. Let's go ahead and set those up as well.
A couple tokens. We'll get them added here. Thank you. All right, so that's just how quick and easy setup actually is. Shuffle up the cards, deal them out, lay out the threats from the villain, and get ready to go. So, Ultron goes first. Can turn up his first villain card. He's going to move 0. He is going to mesmerize.
Ooh.
Give 1 crisis token to each hero in Ultron's location on each adjacent one. Place 1 extra thug into every location without heroes.
Oh.
Well, that's bad.
Well, that does stink.
That's very bad. So, no
Without
heroes there, so we got a thug here.
Here.
We got a thug here.
We got to put 1 here.
Yep, and another one in Times Square. So instantly, Helicarrier's full, Stark Labs is full, we're knocking on the door of everything else being full. We're going to have to start KOing some thugs.
Now, the positive thing that happened there, though, was we didn't get mesmerized because we weren't here, which means we didn't get a threat token, which can come in and be... Crisis token, sorry. Which can be very, very damaging later. So,
exactly.
Positive side to that.
So we drop our 3 cards here.
Ladies first.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to lose 1 action token. So what Captain Marvel's going to go ahead and do, I'm going to start us off with a Photon Blast. It's kind of early to do that, but what that does is I get to blast 1 adjacent location for 2 damage. I'm going to go ahead and knock 2 people off the shield helicarrier.
Nice, I'll take
now I'm
it.
going to have to forfeit my 1 single attack there, but at least I got to do a little bit of damage this time around. Now, unfortunately, it means I'm going to start my next turn there unless I can get a movement token. Oh, forgot to draw my card. Unless I get a movement token next time, but we'll go from there. So, Ant-Man.
Okay. Yeesh. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Oh, he's very heroic. All right, so what we're going to do is I will actually put down a double wild to give Captain Marvel some kind of options next time.
Fair enough.
So what I'm going to do, we need to clear these things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think what I probably need to do is a double movement to end up over here to be able to... Actually, you know what? Knowing what I have in my hand, I don't want to do that. Maybe Captain Marvel can use that double movement next time. I think what I would rather do is use that to be able to knock 2 of these off. Do 2 heroic actions.
Yep, that's fine. 2 heroic actions because you're forfeiting your attack, correct?
Yeah, well, I would forfeit 1, right. So I'll forfeit my attack there, but I'll do 2 heroic actions. So let's do that.
All right, and that's the end of your turn. So I'm going to draw my 3rd card here. And yeah, let me go ahead and return the favor. Early to get double wilds out, but we're going to go ahead and double wild. So I actually have 3 wild tokens to use. First one is going to be the final token here to clear this virus. So
nice.
It's not going to lose anything. We've got our first threat cleared at this point.
That goes right over here to start to clear that.
Now, at the end of turn, I may discard 1 thug from that location, which is going to be useful as well. So I've still got 3 to go. So I'm sorry, I've got two to go.
Right.
Because I
You
started.
lost one.
He was there when he started, so I've got 2 wild card tokens left to go. All right, Stark Labs needs some help, but you're going to be able to move over there. Of course, the villain's going to go before you go again. So here's what I'm going to do. I will use my last 2. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and do a move, and I'll do 1 heroic action over here to get that one started. I know I'm going to lose an action to the beginning of my next turn unless that gets cleared, but that's where we are. So that is the end of the turn. I don't get to discard anybody from that one because I moved. Ultron's going to activate. Ultron moves 0. He has the Encephalo Ray. Deal 1 damage to each hero for every crisis token they have. Nobody.
Goose.
1 hero of your choice takes 1 crisis token. So,
I'll take it.
all right. So Ant-Man's going to be the hero there and take the crisis token. And it's his turn. He's got 2 wilds queued up.
Okay, not too bad. All right. So I wish this is where we had comm links and we could actually have communicated. I would have rather Miss Marvel come this way, or Captain Marvel come this way, but I would, because I could have taken that, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. I have a lot of heroics. I guess I didn't realize that. So I've got 2 wild, right? Plus whatever I want to play.
Correct.
Okay.
And
these guys each have 4. So I technically... So let's do this. I'm going to play that.
Double heroic.
Double heroic. I'm going to come to here.
So using one of these as a move.
1 move. I'm going to use a double heroic to wipe that out.
All right. So that virus is gone. We're halfway through clearing the threats at this point. And you've still got 1 wild left to use.
End of turn, you may move to another location. Okay, so that's not bad. And I still have a wild that I can use. So let's go ahead and get rid of a thug.
Good enough.
All right.
All right. And then at the end of the turn, you may move to any other location.
I can jump to any other location. So why don't we do this?
Stark Lab seems pretty logical to me. All right. So that was 1. I'll draw mine. All right. I don't have a lot of good choices in my hand this time around, so...
But you get 2 heroics,
Correct.
right?
So here's what I'm going to do. This will help me and you both. I'm going to go ahead and drop a wild card. I'll move to Avengers Tower. I'll drop 2 heroics on the duplication here
I like it.
to get that partially cleared, and that's a wild card back to you for the last move before Ultron goes again.
All right, so let's see. Hopefully I can get something decent. Oh, shoot. Whale. What do I have? 4 here. You're giving me 1 wild.
Yep. Best I could do that time.
2 wilds would have been better, but that's
I
okay.
already used my 2 wild way earlier, so nothing you can do about that.
Can't quantum leap onto yours.
That is correct.
But I could on mine, but I just don't know if that's the one I want to do right now. Well, actually I do need 2 wilds. I've got to clear some of these guys out.
Yes, you do.
So, what I'm playing is actually Quantum Leap. This is a pretty cool card. What this actually allows me to do is swap this card with any of your face-up cards in the storyline. This card becomes the one you played this turn. So, I think John figured out what I was doing. It wasn't that hard of a stretch, right?
Right.
So, pretty cool. I actually Quantum Leaped. I got to do something completely different. Now I have 3 wild. So, to me, I could either do 3 attacks here, but I think that this is more important. I could split them and do 2 and 2. But his ultimate goal.
3 total.
I got 3. Sorry, so I could do 2 and 1.
Right.
I could do any combination of it, and his ultimate goal is to get everything full. So
Correct. We need to keep clearing as best we possibly can.
I guess what I'll do is I'll actually chip this down. I'll do that instead of worrying about the clone, because ultimately the faster we can clear these, the more we can start attacking Ultron.
Correct. And he's got only 4 health, but we have to get onto his space to remember to attack.
So that was all 3 of my wild.
Right. Now that is Ultron's turn again. Let's see what this is going to bring. All right. He's got 2 move. He's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to do his BAM effect. So his BAM effect is add 3 thugs to Ultron's location and 1 damage to each hero there. There's no heroes there, so we don't take any damage, but the shield helicarrier is now full. And his BAM fires because you're standing on him. So what does the Ultron clone BAM do?
It adds 1 thug to this location. Heroes on this location may prevent this effect if each of them takes 1 damage.
That's your call. I don't know if it's worth it to prevent 1 thug from coming.
It's probably not. I mean, it's pretty easy to wipe out. So I don't think it's worth taking a hit.
All right. So back to me, correct? Because you went last.
Correct. You've got 2 wilds sitting out there already.
2 wilds there, which is nice. All right. So shield helicarrier full. Time Square's got a couple thugs sitting there. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a photon blast again. I'm going to use the first wild card to clear this duplication.
Nice.
So that's out. We now have 3 of the 4 necessary threats cleared before we can attack Ultron. And with my photon blast, I'm going to hit 2 thugs here to clear that up.
Nice.
And notice I have 1 additional attack here.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and KO that thug, which defeats the thugs. Now the villain's going to go every 2 cards. So clear that up.
But we're getting real close to this.
Real close
so
to that one.
That's the goal.
And I've used 1 wild as a heroic. I did my photon blast, I did my attack. I still have a wild 1 left. So I am going to... I'm going to go ahead and move the shield helicarrier. At the end of my turn, I may move to any other location. I want to get ahead of him a little bit. If he moves clockwise. So I'm going to go to shield headquarters. That way, if he moves, we're probably on top of him. Because as soon as we clear that, we can start attacking him instead. All right, Ant-Man, your turn. And remember, once you clear that, Ultron will get to go again. Because if you clear it this turn, he'll get to go.
So I already have 1 punch.
Yes, 1 attack there.
1 attack. Well, that's not really so helpful. So this is what I have to do. I have to move. So I'm going to go 1 move.
All right.
I'm going to come to here, and I get 1 attack. So at least we can clear this down. We can get that a little more clear.
Benefit for missions, but at least we're keeping them off the board.
All right, that's it for me.
All right, Ultron goes. Because he's now under pressure because we've cleared 1. He's going to move 0. He's got his Encephalo Ray going again. Deal 1 damage to each hero for every crisis token they have. Unfortunately, Ant-Man gets hit. 1 hero of your choice takes a crisis token. We'll play fair, and Captain Marvel will take a crisis token this time.
So this goes to the bottom of my deck, correct?
You never lose it. It goes to the bottom, so it comes back again later. It just limits what you have in your hand, unfortunately. All right, so that's to me. So, Captain Marvel. We need to clear this up, right?
If you could give me something that was a little wild, that would be awesome for the next turn.
Well, I can really hammer 1 Ultron clone or...
Well, that might not be horrible because when he gets his BAM...
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Photon Blast, hit the Ultron clone over here for 2.
Nice.
I'm going to use the move from Ant-Man to move over there, if you'd move me over, please. And then I'm going to use my punch here to punch the Ultron clone again, leaving him with 1 health and 1 health.
All right, decent.
And that's over to Ant-Man.
Okay, so I'll draw my card. Oh, nice. Move, then 3 punches against a single target. Well... that's too bad.
Punches left, unfortunately.
That's all right. This is
but
what
you
we're
got a
going to
single
do.
punch there as well.
That's true. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to add 2 here. Let's try to tick this down a little bit. At least get rid of those threats. And I'll throw a punch here, which at least helps to clear a little bit.
Correct. And remember, because Ultron wants to get everything full. So the more thugs we beat, the more civilians we clear, the better off we are. All right, well, that was 2. Goodness, Ultron's turn again. Ultron is going to move 1. This time, he does no BAM, but he's going to add 1 thug to shield headquarters, 3 thugs here. Now what happens, because it's full, the next 2 move here, and then he should add 1 here, but because that's full, he's going to move it to here instead. So
wow, that's pretty
with
ugly.
1 move, he's put us in somewhat bad shape. All right, back to me. So, draw my card up here. I've got 2 heroic actions from Ant-Man. So I am going to... It's going to be a little bit of a low one, but I'm going to go ahead and do a move once. I got 1 move, 2 heroic actions, so it's going to be move to here. Clear this with 1 heroic action. That's our last threat cleared. We can now attack Ultron directly. And with the other heroic action, I will rescue a civilian just to clear somebody else off the board. That's the end of my turn.
Plus, you may rescue 1 civilian at the end of your turn.
So let's rescue another civilian.
Look at that.
At the end of the turn. So
not too shabby.
Thanks. Can you put her in the timeline just a little bit better, please?
Like
Thanks.
that.
All right, back to Ant-Man.
Okay. So I get to draw up. So I get to move 1, so that's not bad. So this is what we'll do. Put this down. I'll move 1. I will take my attack.
All right, defeating the Ultron.
So we got him. End of the turn, you may swap 1 card from your hand for 1 card in the storyline. Oh, gee.
Gee, that's nice.
Wow. What do you think I'm going to do? What do you think's going to happen here?
Double Wild or a Quantum Leap? A Double Wild makes the most. Actually, Quantum Leap makes
Quantum
the most
Leap
sense.
makes the most
Because then
sense.
you can swap it back anytime you want, right? So, very nice.
So what I'm going to do is I will take this and I'll do Quantum Leap. Danke.
Very, very clever. That's kind of nice. Nice synergy there.
Not bad, not bad.
Ultron's up again because the pressure's on. He's going to move 1 to S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. He's going to pile up a civilian there, which is going to roll all the way around to here.
Oosh.
He's going to pile up 3 civilians here and 1 civilian where Ant-Man's standing. We are in serious trouble.
Yeah, we need to start wiping these out.
Yep, we need to start clearing some people. All right, so put him in the storyline, please. All right, but Ultron is open and ripe for attack. I have no move, though, at the moment, so I cannot...
He only has... How many?
4 health.
4. Okay, he's got 4 total.
Yep. But he's... goodness, I have no movement here.
I got him handled.
All right.
If you can just
Hopefully
give me...
he doesn't move too far away.
You can give me 1 punch.
You're giving me 1 attack and 1 heroic action, so let's go ahead and throw a wild card in there.
Nice. Clear.
I'm going to... I'm going to move here. I'm going to attack. I'm going to heroic action. And then I'm going to go ahead and swap 1 of my cards with any card in the storyline. We don't need... Well, we need everything, basically. But I'm going to swap a 2 attack for a 2 wild card. Back to you, sir.
All right. I don't even need to draw this card. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here it goes. I'm going to move.
Remember, you got to do your top thing first.
Move,
triple
grow.
punch.
So move, triple punch against a single target.
All right.
So that's 3.
3.
And I'm going to use this wild for the 4th.
All right. Ultron is defeated. So there you go. Second game, second victory. Again, this game plays very fast. It was literally 23 minutes end to end, and that was showing you how to set it up first. So the game plays fast. The miniatures are very nice. Of course, we've painted them here so they look even nicer. Very colorful, great artwork. Highly recommended. I think it's a fantastic little game. So
It is a great game, especially if you want to do a quick play. 15, 20 minutes, start to finish. That's not a bad time.
Exactly. So that's Marvel United's second playthrough, Ultron Defeated. Thanks again for joining us here from all of us at the Werewolf Borg, and have a great day.